Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Boss Rush Podcast pre-show, your Patreon exclusive segment for the Boss Rush Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Corey Dirrig, and alongside me, as always, is the PC muscle race himself, LeRon Dawkins.
Hello, what's poppin'?
Hi, LeRon. You got enough gummy bears there to last you tonight?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, whole bag. A whole bag. Of course you do. Speaking of the whole bag, also here's PK Power, Pat Klein.
Damn, a good one. Thank you.
Yeah.
I am.
The whole bag.
A whole bag.
The whole bag.
Granted, like, majority of it is just air and with a little bit of filling, but, you know.
You're like the grocery
chips.
store bag of chips that, you know, only a third full.
But, you know, I appreciate the brand that you had, LeRon, but I gotta say I moved on to Black Forest.
Ooh.
Those are good. I like them because they're soft, chewy. They're soft, chewy.
Yeah, what is it?
Haribo's are hard, chewy.
Yeah, they're hard chewy.
They are hard
but
chewy.
They are the originals, so.
Hard chewy. That's my new nickname.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, we have a special guest tonight. You may know him from TikTok, your Instagram reels, your streaming, your podcasting. Somewhere else in this universe, we have CGDannyB here with us.
Hey, what's poppin', gentlemen? Hello, how we doing this evening?
Great. You have a shovel knight on your desk, so we're best friends.
Yeah, he's right here. He's doing the damn thing.
That's point number 1 through 5.
Let's see if number 2. What's your favorite brand of gummy bear?
Homemade.
What?
Homemade? Can you homemade a gummy
Elaborate.
I'm sure someone can. I never have. Are they my favorite?
Oh,
They have to be different. I don't know if they're good, but
LeRon, we're gonna talk about this topic because this seems like a better one. Homemade gummy bears.
I'll look up a recipe quick.
Oh man! So for those who don't know, if you pay $1 or more on Patreon, you're getting this segment. So thank you for your support over on Patreon. Tell your friends. We appreciate you. This is the pre-show. Your 15 to 20 minute or so segment, plus tangents, plus whatever else we feel like talking about. LeRon, you're on fire this month. Two weeks, 2 topics. Do you want to intro?
Yeah.
Do you want to intro our topic?
Of course I do. Of course I would love to. I would love to.
Great.
Okay. So guys, this week, I don't know. Like it seems like lately, like no matter what you look at as far as like gaming headlines, there's always something not right, something off, something not legit about the gaming industry when it comes to journalism and stuff like that. So I feel like we should at least spend a little bit of time tonight talking about the impact of bias and clickbait on the reliability of online journalism. Basically, we know, we can be nice tonight. We don't have to name names. We can just like point to some obvious wordage that says who these are. But we don't have to name names tonight. We don't want to. But basically, long story short, why the hell is like 90% of the damn blogs, editorials, and stuff? Why is it all just bullshit now?
Because bullshit pays the bills now.
For example, I'm pretty sure we're probably going to talk about it later on in like the regular recording, but I'm pretty sure Nintendo just pissed a bunch of people off.
Hey, you keep that one secret.
Wait, why did they piss people off?
Yeah,
keep that one a secret.
We saved that for the main show.
I took that topic. You ain't talking about it.
Oh, that's skip it. That's in the notes. Did that happen?
As someone who runs a Nintendo podcast, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Good. Keep it that way.
Oh,
okay.
man.
Well, here's the thing, because Spawnwave podcast, the Spawnwave podcast, which I watch them Monday through Friday. They usually have YouTube drops every morning at 8 a.m. Stuff like that. Now, Spawnwave did not report this in any type of bias or anything, but they basically came out and said that like a lot of stuff was looking like, and they actually quoted a source that we kind of feel is credible, because like our friend Grayson Morales works for them.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like they came out saying that the next Gears is going to be on PlayStation as well as Xbox.
I mean, Have you seen the
I mean,
messaging around Xbox lately?
Yeah. Microsoft is definitely screwing the pooch with their messaging right now with their platforms.
Look, this is my mini topic for when we get to get it together. Okay, so
am I reading all the notes? What's going on?
I know.
I promise you, I have not looked ahead.
I know, because you asked me for the doc 5 seconds before you got in the room. But no,
I was busy.
There has definitely been a transition over the last decade. I would say it started becoming noticeable right when all those guys from IGN broke off to start Kind of Funny. You started really noticing that, especially when Patreon started taking off and people found that they could, do things on their own if they had a big enough following. And instead of going to these major websites, personalities are relying on micro communities now, and for websites to keep up, right? And of course there are exceptions to the rule, right? Like, for the most part, but a lot of these sites have turned into clickbait or SEO farms, or a lot of websites are transitioning into guides writing because that keeps people coming back. And I
appreciate a good guide.
Yeah, I mean, of course we all do, right?
Platinum trophies.
Yeah.
I was looking up the fatality codes for Mortal Kombat 2 tonight while I was out.
and then like you see people who have some sort of, at least some cachet in the industry move on from the smaller outlets. Like, I think Jason Schreier, love him or hate him or whatever you want to talk about him, like, he's no longer at Kotaku and he's at Bloomberg now. I mean, let's face it, Bloomberg is much more reputable than Kotaku.
Bloomberg is more reputable than Kotaku, but sometimes I question what Bloomberg is doing.
I question what everybody's doing every day, all the time.
I appreciate that Jason's a man that looks at the facts. However, I hate that he always wants to spoil like big announcements and shit. Like, oh, hey, I'm too big to, be told no. So I'm just going to go ahead and reveal, games that are being held just for clout or whatever.
Yeah, I feel like Schreier does clout chase. I feel like you know what, Jason, like, here's the thing, because I don't do it very often, but whenever I do it, I like to do it like this. We can talk at Exodus 803 on all social media.
He's talking. He's only blocking.
Yeah, he's only blocking. He's only blocking.
Look, I run 5 Twitter accounts, and I can only see what he says on 2 of them. So.
Why'd you piss the man off 3 times?
Oh,
making enemies over here, dude.
A couple years ago, when all that crunch talk was going on, I commented on something because somebody worked 45 hours one week, and I don't know, and he got upset.
You know what though? There's a thing about it too, like, because like there's that type of bias too. There's bias that people spin that put out there because they know they're going to get the clicks for it. For example, anytime conversation about crunch culture happens in video games, everybody's clicking. Everybody's clicking that shit.
Well, it's like when these websites put out an article that says something about something being stereotyped or over sexualized, and then the next one says you can be a horny wolf daddy in this anime kind of narrative, whatever.
We got hornier because of COVID.
I'm starting to see the problem. I don't think there's anything wrong with a little bit of horny in my video games.
They always did say that we were having a population shortage, so maybe this will help.
It's the Stellar Blade Nier thing. It's kind of like the easiest comparison, right? Because it's like they're both wearing somewhat revealing, somewhat sexually attractive outfits, but one game is praised and the other one has been criticized.
Yeah,
because of a sheer piece of cloth.
And I'm not saying one game is better than the other. I like both games quite a bit, actually. But like, it's like, well, which standard is it? Which one is it?
See, that brings another thing into like all these can be like very like clickbaity topics, just for a simple fact is, you know, like we've got gamers who in their own right, they're, you know, they're right to have this opinion. Like no one to be able to
No, your
censor
opinion
our
must be
game.
the same as mine.
Mhm.
Okay, yep.
It's true. He is your boss.
Oh,
Quote,
sorry.
every gamer ever. Got it. Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah, for real.
That's why
And
I
if
stay
my
out of
opinion changes, then
conversations.
yours needs to too.
Oh man, I just got in an argument the other night with somebody. I will not name names, but I was, you know how the world liked to really shit on Outriders, and I really liked Outriders. And someone told me I was wrong and that Outriders wasn't good. I'm like, you played more Outriders than I did. How are you going to tell me that the game isn't good?
You have the audacity to defend an unliked game.
Yeah, I'm just,
It has the best of us. Do you know how many ass whippings I got, you know, for defending Monster Hunter until Monster Hunter Tri came out? And I'm like, Monster Hunter Tri is like the worst game of the franchise, in my opinion.
It's the best game. Danny, what's your opinion on this?
It's okay. Well, we jumped around a
Where
lot
are you
here.
going?
Sorry, guys. Back to it. Clickbait. Yeah, it's the whole thing of it brings in the clicks, it brings in the money, and that's what we want, right? And I know you mentioned Kind of Funny earlier with being the kind of the crux of like breaking off and do. As I'm sitting here wearing my Kind of Funny hoodie with, I think
That's
the
why
Kind
I
of
brought
Funny
him up.
shirt
You
underneath.
reminded me of it.
Yeah. But like just using them as an example, I love that. I wouldn't say on a regular basis I find Kind of Funny any way, shape, or form like clickbaitable. Usually the titles are just like review of this, maybe the thumbnail, back and forth, whatever. But I do, as I sit here, try and scan my Twitter feed today and think of what I saw that made me click on something, or what Instagram post that had like a headline where I'm like, yeah, the important points in the caption, so you want me to hit the click more. I would say it's ever something that's bothered me. I think it's just become kind of a norm now. I think what's almost bothered me more is just the people not understanding that I guess that's the new norm, and then getting irrationally angry about it. Just anyone like, this one less accusatory but like IGN last week put out like, hey, Demon Slayer Hashira training art 3 out of 10, pretty bad. And then seeing the comments, it was like, well, of course it's setting up the movies, you fucking idiots, you're always so dumb and stupid, and you don't know, so hire someone who knows what they're talking about. Like that is the toxicity in any IGN comment section. I couldn't fathom. But I even made a post a few years back with Choo Choo Charles. That game came out, I think they gave it a 4 out of 10. And the comment section was just like, well, it's not fair, it's one guy, you need to give it a better score. So I had a discussion like, I'm like, do we change the rating scale based on the number of people? And I use the example. I'm like,
what is that? Like, what why do we have to merit something because like it was a 1-person job, or it could have been a 1 million person job? Why does it have any merit?
Yeah, and I think like that's an important thing to note. I think it's something to have like, hey, this game came, things like Undertale, Stardew Valley, Axiom Verge, or all these games that have like, oh, individual person who made this game, like that's an accolade. That's something to point, like this game's that good. Well, on the inverse, it's like, oh, this is made by one guy, you got to give him some slack. It's better because it was made by one person. That doesn't equate to a higher quality game. At the end of the day, the average person is not going to go, you know what? My $20 is worth this one person. They go to Steam, they see the rating, they see it's bad, they're going to walk away. That's not like the average consumer is not looking those in-depth things. So now this kind of spawned away from it, but no, I think getting people into seeing what the context is so much more important than just a simple headline saying, hey, it's good, thanks.
Yeah, but Axiom Verge, though. Can we talk about that game for a minute?
It's on my list of shame. I gotta get back to it.
Oh, it's so good.
I haven't played it, and I need to.
It's very good. If you are a fan of the original Metroid or Zero Mission, just saying, it's really good.
It's Maxi Verge.
You just dangled the big carrot in front of Pat. Thank you.
I did. You're welcome. Yeah, I mean, I guess like
as long as it doesn't have those spark the speed spark trials or whatever, the shine spark.
Oh, the shine sparks.
Well,
yeah.
Pat, let me tell you, I'm sorry in advance.
It does? Holy what?
I think though, right? Like you said, Danny, like a lot of people just need to realize this is the norm now. But a lot of people, especially at least 3 of us in this call, I'm not gonna point out anybody's age in this call, but remember a time where there was no internet and you had to go based off the headlines on a newspaper or whatever, right? And like then you go into the internet and like a lot of art websites, when they start popping up, start reading like newspaper articles, and then they change over time and over time and over time, and then video becomes a thing, so you start watching video instead of reading, and then the long form videos turn into short form videos, and now we have like TikTok and Instagram Reels and all these things, right? And websites are looking for a way to combat that, right? It's almost similar to the physical, the used game versus the digital sale combat, right? Where like they're just trying to find a different way or a new way to make their money, because at the end of the day, they're a business and they don't want to go out of business, right? And I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I think it's a lot of it is pretty bad, right? But I think most of us have kind of found our lane and say we trust this person, we trust this site, we trust these creators enough to where we don't have to go search, click on 75 Polygon or Kotaku articles that say wipe your butt when you poop.
I have a question for you guys. Here's an aggregate like website that I go to from time to time. It's N4G. Now the headline for the site is hottest game news and rumors. But for the most part, they aggregate a lot of the they aggregate a lot of the news and basically try to put what's relevant up first. Do you guys have any of those aggregator sites that you actually go to for your news?
I want to shout out a couple websites actually. So I forget the company that owns these sites, but Nintendo Life, Push Square, Pure Xbox, and they have a tech one too. They're good. They do such a good job of just siloing the news or a couple reviews or here's what's coming out this week. And it's just like, it reminds me of old IGN in a way where it's just
they're part of Hookshot Media.
Yeah, Hookshot, which I think Ziff Davis just bought actually. But like I go to Nintendo Life before Nintendo Pow Block recording every week just to like get a news roundup and be like, okay, well, where did they get their source from? And they're always very good about, at least Nintendo Life is, about putting the source of the story. Like if they didn't report it on their own, this went to VGC. This is from Eurogamer. This is from IGN. And they're very good about pointing you to their direct source. And I just want to shout out Nintendo Life specifically is very in Push Square. Pure Xbox is kind of like meh,
Yeah, Pure Xbox could be a little bit better.
I'm going to be shouting out Noisy Pixel, and I also like Destructoid.
Destructoid was one of my favorite websites to go to, and then they changed their fucking layout one time, and I've never been back since.
One time.
One time. Yeah, as a matter of fact, let me go to Destructoid right now and see how it is now.
Way to tell the person that's about to literally reshape our own website that they changed the layout.
Oh boy. Do I have to go find my bunking stick and get ready to bunk this guy?
Sure.
No, I just enjoy, I feel like at least they're honest about their reviews. I feel like if they really like something, they're going to say that they like something. And they usually also focus on some of the more smaller titles that kind of fall through the crack.
So. I wonder how many people they got up in arms about giving the First Descendant a 6.
I mean, it's Dollar Store Destiny starring exclusively hot people.
Ooh, damn!
I didn't write that headline. It was a headline I saw. I forget which website wrote it, but
who did that?
You're not going to cite the source? Wow,
I don't remember who it was.
That's wild. Bostro's not taking notes. That's crazy.
Corey being diplomatic over here.
Yeah, not taking notes. We're so organized over here.
My favorite site to go to is Video Games Chronicle.
PC Gamer. The First Descendant is Dollar Store Destiny starring exclusive.
Thank you, Pat.
Exclusively hot people. PC Gamer.
Here. Yep, man, good times.
We have Destiny at home.
I do have Destiny at home. I had it on earlier.
I can't wait for what's the game? What's the PlayStation game that's right? Concord. Concord. I can't wait for the official release and see what the reviews say about that.
We're gonna be talking about that on the main show because somebody here has been playing it, and I have a lot of questions.
Yeah, Pat, let's go.
Oh man, does anybody else have anything else? I guess productive to say about this conversation, because we could be negative about these sites all day because
and by the way, we're not being negative for negativity's sake about this. I guess what we can say, just like part of the slogan for Boss Rush Games, be better.
Yeah.
And always get your news from Boss Rush Games. That is your most unbiased source of news.
Yes, because we put out so much news every day.
Every day, including fanfairs.
Good note.
Oh man,
never news I like.
Wow.
No, I kind of just have like a motto.
I'm playing. The writing team is going to be all in my DMs tonight.
I kind of just have like a motto for myself with social media. Period, is seeing any kind of like toxic comment section or whatever. Try and leave a nice comment in some way, shape, or form to measure out. Whether it's a game you like, enjoy, you didn't like it, just some kind of like, it wasn't for me, but it was all right. I think it's just,
even if it's a raging dumpster fire.
Yeah. You're like, this was pretty bad, but I had that one really cool kill shot. You don't got to be mean about everything. For every mean guy, leave a nice little comment. Make someone feel good today,
Yeah. Look at this guy. He can
trying.
I try.
Be like,
positivity's the way to be.
Damn right.
I like
Drums
it.
may be toxic, but you know what? At least he might
You know
brush
what?
his teeth every now and then. So
I will keep those words in my heart until the next Nintendo Direct happens.
Listen, I'm just saying, if Silk Song's not there again, I swear to God.
Oh, you're a silk song. You're a silk songer.
Who is it now? We all have to be. Where's the game?
Should I tell him guys now, or should I wait till the main show?
You don't have to tell the indie guy anything. The indie guy knows. Leave it alone.
for our $10 tier, you can find out.
Oh God! All right. Well, thank you guys for tuning into the pre-show. We're getting into the main show. We'll see you in just, I don't know how long the theme song is. 30 seconds, 15 seconds. I don't know. One of those theme song.